One of the reasons why restaurant food tastes so good is because they make their own homemade stocks. I mean, just look at the ingredients here. We have onions, carrots, celery root, fennel. Those vegetables add sweetness. And then we have our aromatics. So we have our peppercorns for spice. We have our rosemary and our thyme for some aromatics. So imagine all that flavor going into whatever you're cooking, like a braise, and that's why the food tastes so good. Okay, so here's the chicken bones we're gonna use in our stock. I have a combination of chicken feet and backs and necks. The chicken feet is a chef tip and it really creates a nice gelatinous chicken stock. And then when I break down a whole chicken, I like to save the chicken carcass so I can use for chicken stock. And we're just gonna take a large stock pot. I have about a 16-quart stock pot here so I can make the whole batch of chicken stock into one pot. And I have about 10 pounds of chicken bones total. And we're gonna do a process called blanching. So we're gonna cover the bones with water. We're gonna bring that up to a boil. And then we're just gonna skim all the blood and impurities that come to the surface. And that will give us a crystal clear chicken stock. And then we're just gonna strain it through a colander and drain away all of that water because we're done with that water. Next, we're gonna add in our fresh herbs and our mirepoix. And then we're just gonna cover that with cold water. I have about 2 gallons of cold water here. And the ratio is about 1 pound of bone to 1 quart of water. Next, we're just gonna turn on the heat and bring that up to a boil and then reduce down to a simmer. And we're just gonna let that go for 3 hours and skim along the way to remove any impurities. And next, we're just gonna strain it through a fine mesh strainer lined with a cheesecloth. We're gonna chill that down in an ice bath and then refrigerate overnight. Then the next day, we're just gonna come back and scrape all the fat that rises to the surface. And then we can heat up our stock and use it for whatever we'd like. And that's how you make white chicken stock. You blanch the bones, simmering it gently while skimming along the way, and you're left with a clean, flavorful stock that you can use in your risottos, soups, and stews. And if you like this video, stay tuned because I have more Culinary 101 recipes coming your way. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.